All right, Lindsay. Thanks for joining in this exciting adventure. So we are in phase one, which is called stabilization. So our focus in stabilization is to ensure stabilization of your core musculature. It's also to teach you more about movement patterns. So we're going to do two exercises that are going to go very slowly. So we go slow so that you can kind of learn the patterns, feel the patterns in your body. We also go higher reps because that allows you to continue that movement and to feel that movement kind of through the musculature, and it allows your body to stabilize over a longer period of time. The two exercises we're going to do are a chest press with dumbbells. All right, have you ever done that before? You have. It's a plus. The other thing we're going to do are lateral raises for deltoids. Have you ever done those before? Okay, that's good. We'll see if you've done them this way because it is going to be a slow count of four eccentric. Hold for 2 in the isometric, so when your muscle is stretched, and then a 1 count up, 1 count hold at the top isometric, and then back down. Typically we do 1 to 3 sets. We do 12 to 20 reps. You take a break of up to 90 seconds in between sets. We're going to take a break relatively small to keep your heart rate going. We're going to target 12 reps, so the minimum number of reps, and we're just going to do 2 sets. All right, are you comfortable with that?
Sounds good.
So these two exercises are all about shoulder adduction and abduction. So shoulder adduction is the movement of your shoulder towards the midline, and abduction is the movement of your shoulder away. So you're going to do what's called horizontal abduction and adduction. So you're going to go abducting your shoulders out and adducting back towards the midline. And then you'll do the same thing, but in an abduction going away and abduction coming back when you do lateral raises. So let me show you the first one, which is our chest press, okay? I'll be counting it out for you, and I'll be there to help in case you lose control of the weight, because when we're using free weights versus machines, it allows us to have a greater amount of movement in the joints, and sometimes people lose control, and God knows what happens, but the weight hits the head, and they're knocked out unconscious. Okay, so we can get ourselves in a stable position where you feel comfortable. Now, one thing to know is that your movement down can be at a 90-degree angle from your body. That is, your shoulders are abducting this way, but sometimes you might have pain and you need to bring your arms closer into a 45-degree. That's up to you based on what's most comfortable for your shoulders. I'm going to do it based on a 90-degree, and I'm going to count down. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 2. So that movement is what you will be repeating, okay? You want to come to have a stretch in your pecs, because in the eccentric stretch we actually get the greatest hypertrophy, which is what you're going to be targeting later when you get into the hypertrophy phase. I know you want to get huge.
Yeah.
If everyone wants to get huge, who doesn't want to get huge? So you're comfortable with that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, if you're comfortable with it, when we come down, get the weights here. Put yourself in a position where you feel comfortable. Good. Take weights in your right hand if you have it. Take weights in your left hand. I'm going to be spotting you at the wrists, all right? So in case you lose control, and I'm going to do the count. Ready? For set number 1. And good. 1, 2, a little fast. 4, up. So we're going to slow it down. On my count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, up. 2, down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3. There we go. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, up. 4. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Up. 5. Down. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. Up. 6. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. Up. 7. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. Up. 8. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. Up. 9. Down. kind of to the side, put them on the floor, take a break for a second. How do you feel?
Good.
Is it hard?
Yeah.
Is it hard? What part's hard in the movement? What's fun? What do you find doing the most?
Down here. The stretch.
So in the stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in that eccentric stretch on the pectoral muscle, right? So we can also overstretch. You gotta be careful not to do that. Because if we overstretch, we can end up tearing our pecs. But that stretch gives you the greatest conversion. So honestly, the most important part of this movement is that part. That's why holding it for 2 actually allows your body to keep that stretch going. And then on the concentric movement is coming back up and bringing your arms from abduction into your shoulders, from abduction to abduction. Stretch out a little bit, make sure those arms feel okay. Do you think you can do 12 more?
Absolutely.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
You're gonna fail?
Nope.
All right.
Failure's not an option.
Not an option. Absolutely. You don't fail, you just get it done. You got the weights? I'll continue to spot you at the wrist if I see you being unsteady. Now, try to follow my count with this, because sometimes you got a little fast, right? And that could be because you're getting tired, or maybe you just think of other things. So let's just concentrate on moving the weight according to the count. So feel that count inside, okay?
Okay.
Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, up. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, up. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, up. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, up. 5. Good. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, up. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, up. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, up. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, up. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, up. 11. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, up. 12. Good job. Drop the weights. How do you feel after set 2?
Good.
Do you still feel the stretch? Does it feel like the reps are getting harder or easier on your second set?
Harder.
Harder. This is good. Right. Sounds like you picked about the right way for you to get the best growth. Do you feel stabilization of your shoulders increasing, decreasing, as you're bringing the weight into horizontal shoulder abduction?
Increasing.
Yeah. Good.
Starting to feel more stable.
All right, shake it out a bit. We're going to do our second exercise for this demonstration purposes. The second exercise that we're going to do is a lateral raise for the delts. Very common exercise. Individuals can, you can do this exercise multiple ways. You can do it with elbows a little more stiff. You can do it with the elbows a little bit more bent. Individuals can bring it straight up to the sides. If you have shoulder issues, you can also bring it a little bit more forward, which is going to activate a bit of the anterior deltoid as well, but you're still going to get lateral deltoid work on that. So it depends on how your shoulders are feeling, whether or not you can bring it straight out or you need to bring it a little bit forward, okay? So we're still going to do the 4-2-1 count with this, and we're going to count out just like we did with the chest press. All right, so typically do 1 to 3 sets. We do 12 to 20 reps because we're in the same phase. We're in phase 1, which is stabilization. So I'll show you the movement, and then you're going to do it if you're ready.
I'm ready.
If you want to bail out, now's about the time. You want to bail out? All right, let's do it. All right, so we start with our arms at our sides. Want to keep ourselves, always want to make sure that we have our core tight, right? So we don't want to have a loose core that's moving all around. You can brace your core by tightening your abdominal muscles, just to keep yourself stable. Make sure that your feet are about shoulder width apart. This gives us a stable grounding from which to move. And we bring them up on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, down. It's going to be a little bit hard, because you do not have the ability to stack your joints like you did in the other one. So when you stack your joints at the top, of course you have your wrist and your elbow and your shoulder all stacked, which is a point of stability. You don't get it. So at the top of, come back down, right? We're gonna come up, we're gonna come back down. But let me make sure I get this count right, because if I'm thinking correctly at a 4, 2, 1, on this movement, we actually are gonna do a little different than what I just did. So let me explain it, because this is the concentric, and this is the eccentric. So instead, just to make sure we get this right, according to the structure of this, you're actually going to do an up of 1 and a down of 4.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to do an up and a down of 4, because the eccentric is 4, right? You're going to hold for 2 at the bottom. The concentric is 1, with a hold of 1, and then 4 down. It's important to get that right, because it's going to be confusing for me. All right, you feel comfortable with this?
Yes.
All right.
See if this is the right way.
Yeah, do it whatever you want. I mean, I'm just making things up. All right, so
Okay.
get yourself in a position. Make sure your feet are about shoulder width apart. Feel comfortable. Make sure you have some bracing here in the abdominals, right? Just so that your body is.
Do I want my shoulders more back?
You don't have to go into scapular retraction, massive retraction, like you would if you're in a large chest or a chest press. But you should be into a neutral position. So you don't want to have shoulders forward, which would be scapular protraction, right? You don't want that, but you don't have to go into like a hyper retraction. So be in a stable position of the body, shoulders not up towards the ears, where you'd have like your traps kind of really tight. You want to just keep them inside, keep them down. And you also want to remember that you're working your deltoids here, and this is not primarily a trap workout, which is a tendency for individuals that they start to move, and as they're doing the move, the traps come up, and they end up using the traps to pull the weight up, and it's not. So you want to focus on the deltoid, right? This is a lateral deltoid movement, unless you move your arms a little forward, and then you're going to have a lateral and an anterior. All right.
All right.
Let's see if we get the count right, which is better than what I've been able to do so far. So we're going to do up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Keep it slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. 1. Come on. 2, 3, 4, 11. One more. You got this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12. You starting to feel it? You feel it on the concentric, so on the shoulder abduction coming up, or on the eccentric, or the shoulder adduction coming up? Yeah. So when you're something interesting on this. So when you're doing shoulder, in this case, shoulder abduction, so coming up versus shoulder adduction. In this case, your body, because it's in a concentric movement, so this deltoid muscle is overcoming the weight and gravity to bring it up, right? And the eccentric or the adduction, you're resisting gravity. So in essence, it should be easier on your muscle to simply resist a movement and the weight and to overcome it, which is the concept, right? This is why if you're doing, let's say, a bench press, and we could put a lot of weight if we're just doing a eccentric movement. So for example, if you were on the chest press and you were doing 15s, right? If you didn't have to do the concentric, you could load that up. You could just do the eccentric because it's just resisting weight, and you would have a lot of hypertrophy as a result of that too. So if you think about it, if you're doing, let's say, 40s, if you know all you have to do is just slowly lower it, but then someone helped you get it up, that would be a much different direction. All right, you ready for this one? So we're going to go up. We're going to count it down 4 counts. Everything working all right? Any pain? Any issues? You want to give up?
No.
Sure. All right, ready? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Looking good. 1, 2, 7. You're getting there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Here we go. 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Give me 2. Make them good. Hold it. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 11. Make this one really hurt. Stop. Slow, 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 slow. All right, that was just for fun to make you suffer. All right, does that make sense? Does it feel good?
Yeah.
Any questions that I can answer for you? No?
Thank you.
I must have done a decent job.
You did a great job. Very good.
Thank you for your help.